morning, BodySlams podcast viewers, and welcome to Breakfast and BodySlams. That's right. We are here on our fourth episode after the summer, after we came back. As you've seen at the top of the screen there, when we started, WWE and the rest of the wrestling world are paying remembrance to Tough Enough winner Sarah Lee, and we want to give our warm, heartfelt condolences out to the family, the friends, the loved ones who are grieving at this moment, and wish them all the well wishes of during this traumatic time. With that being said, let me introduce you to my fellow co-analysts or broadcast journalists from the Bobby Heenan School of Journalism. Let me bring in his number one student. That is, he is the Weasel by trade. He is our man who likes to get a little funky with a monkey whenever he can, just like Dusty Rhodes. He is our man, T. Reyes.
What up?
Gotta always love that brick green screen you got going on in the background. I'm digging that shirt. Looks beautiful. I love it. You just keep popping in and out of that brick wall.
I'm gonna get a green hoodie and just blend it one day.
Well, I had my Eagles hat on earlier, but the green off of it just kept messing around with mine, so I took it off. So, and let's bring in our Italian hero. He is that man from Atlantic City, New Jersey, which he was dubbed before Atlantic City. I'm not sure if he still want to go by that or not. He is that image guy, Mr. Joey Joseph Image. What's up, Joe?
Morning.
Man, yes.
Hello.
Hello.
I've got Buddy the Wonder Pup over here with me today.
Well, not only you, I got. Well, T has Thor, and don't you have another one, T, on your end?
A what?
Don't you have more than one dog on your end? You got
Thor? I got 3.
Oh, 3. Holy shit. Yeah, right
that.
now behind me, you can't see them. I have 5 counted guinea pig cages with 6 guinea pigs down here. The upstairs is getting a wholeheartedly deep clean, and so we cleaned out their cages, got them all freshened up. They're all down here just chilling. So they're on the other side of my curtain here, listening on the show. I hope they like the show and all, but it is what it is. What?
We performing for guinea pigs today.
Yes. Gentlemen, I at the top of the show, I already gave a quick shout out to the family and friends of Sarah Lee. Do you guys have anything to say regarding the passing?
No, I mean, she hasn't done much. I don't think she's done anything in wrestling since WWE released her. She won the $250,000 contract at Tough Enough. She was only there for a year, and they got rid of her September the following year. And I don't think she's done anything in wrestling since then. I mean, marry what's his name, Wes Lee, which I don't know if they were together before that or what.
Was they still married when she passed?
I think so. They got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Ah, man, damn. And he's
I
going.
think they were. I don't really know, but I think they were.
And good morning to we have 2 viewers in here. We have 1 thumbs up, but we got a good morning from our brother from the Great White North, Mr. Flexwear. As always, as he always does, we much appreciate the love that he shows each and every time that we are on air. And Joe, as always, we got some just a couple cheap plugs. We're going to mix it up today. We're going to spread things around, not do all the plugs right away in the morning. At the top. But we do have some books for people if they want to jump on the Amazon.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
First one, Jimmy Corderas. We talk about it every week, man. Friend of the show. He's been on the show before. We got to get him back. His book, The Three Count, came out a few years ago now, but really good stuff. Really good read. He was WWE referee for 23 years. So that's how do you put 23 years into one book? I'm hoping for a part 2. But yeah, check it out. Just go to Amazon, search for Corderas. You'll find it right there. There's the cover. That's what you're looking for. Definitely worth your time reading. Steve the Teacher, also another book recent. Although this one's a little bit more recent than Jimmy's. This one you got to get first. Get them both, but get this one first because I'm in it. I'm sure Chio's name's in there somewhere too.
No, not at all. I breezed through it, and there's like a whole man, you won't believe there's a whole chapter in there, practically on Vince Bono, just about. Yes,
What?
even has a picture. Yes, I was like, what the hell?
The whole chapter. Wow.
Pretty well. It's basically based off of WPW, but Vince is pretty much he plays a big part in that chapter. So but yeah, Joe, you want to finish up with the Amazon plug?
Yeah, just same thing. Go to Amazon and check out. You can see his. Or if you just type in Class and Session, I'm sure it'll come up if you can't spell that name. But Hershkowitz. I like when Chio tries to pronounce it. But
Hershkowitz.
yes, there you got it right the first time.
I had to say it slower. I had to say.
So yeah, check it out. Check out that book. That book's also worth your time. Again, I'm in that one, so it's more. It's the one you should get first.
All right. Well, let's not waste anybody's time here. Let's jump into the nitty gritty of WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view, as we're gonna give it a quick review for today because it is Sunday. It is football. Yes, but even though Joe believe it is fake according to Joe because they don't use steel chairs. Go Birds. 5-0 hopefully today. My main event of the night happened to be the first match of the evening. And that was the Brawling Brutes taking on my team, my go-to team, Imperium. Now, this was, as they put it, a real Donnybrook going back and forth. It was tremendous. Right here is one. I grabbed one pick of each match. Here you see them just beating the piss out of I was about to say Walter, but Gunther. And just some of the stuff that happened in this match, just going back and forth, putting Sheamus doing the Celtic Cross, putting Gunther through the announcers table. They had the bar up there. Pete Dunne doing backflips off of barrels and stuff. T, what did you take from this match here besides them beating the living hell out of each other?
Banger after banger after banger. That's what they produce, man. All the time, hard hitting shit. I was just, it was like an NXT style type match, and it was the correct match to open the show. I thought all gentlemen were outstanding. It was a great match.
I was gonna pretty much agree with you there. Like I said, I wanted this to be my main event, but my main event opened the show, so it was a great opener. It's pretty much telling the rest of the squad on the roster, whoever is competing after them, step up your game, guys. You got to follow that, and yeah, and it just went back and forth, and it's giving me a hard time. Just keep calling them the Brawling Brutes, whatever, because I'm not used to that. I'm still not used to that name no more, and I'm still tripping over names, like as far as Pete Dunne being called Butch. Every time I hear him being called Butch, I think of the character. It was an old school movie, a bunch of little wise guy gangsters and stuff like that, but they were all kids. It was called Butch. But yeah, this here, I would love to see this come back again on Monday night. Like, I'm surprised. Like me, I honestly, I was expecting a sign of respect of handshakes at the end. But even more better, the Brutes actually got pretty much a standing ovation after this match. Like the crowd loved the hell out of them. It's like you got what, about a month ago they were like what, straight up hills, and now all of a sudden now it switched like they just love them like out of nowhere. Like holy shit! Like
It's hard work pays off. That's what it is.
yeah. Did you catch any of this pay-per-view last night, Joe? I know you're always busy. I didn't know if you
I
caught it
saw
or
the whole
not.
thing. I watched the whole thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was tweeting ridiculous and stupid White Rabbit guesses all night. Like really stupid ones, just to see what people said.
All right. And how was your take on this match here, Joe? Or
Great. This was a great match, dude.
I personally would not have changed it at all. Like
no,
it could have been it could have been anywhere on the card, and it would have been fantastic. All right, let's step it up to
dude. Here, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me give you some of my White Rabbit predictions. That some people thought I was serious when I said some of this. The White Rabbit is Daniel LaRusso, of course, Ralph Macchio's character from Cobra Kai. The White Rabbit is the White Power Ranger. So I tweeted a picture of that guy. The White Rabbit will pull his mask off to reveal a Green Rabbit. The White Rabbit is Christian, who will interfere in this match to screw over Edge. The White Rabbit is Gritty, the Philadelphia Flyer mascot.
Hey, I wouldn't doubt that.
White Rabbit is Michael Cole. White Rabbit is Jody Watley, if anyone remembers that singer from the 80s and 90s. I don't know. Just a random name.
She was like the 80s, I think. Late 80s, maybe?
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop eating shit, man.
He's having breakfast. It's breakfast and body slams. He's having breakfast.
Not body slams. Get out of here.
Just like the wrestler. Look, I got my cinnamon toast crunch here. I got my coffee in my cool breakfast and body slam in my body slams podcast mug here too. So yeah, it's only fitting.
The White Rabbit is Tony Schiavone. The White Rabbit is Ken Shamrock. That's just a few of the weird ones I did. But I saw the whole pay-per-view. That was a really good match. I still love how Sheamus and Walter kill each other. I mean, they just kill each other. It's amazing. And I like when they did the opposite spot tonight where, remember the last couple weeks on TV, they were doing like, they just stare at each other and the other guys beat each other up.
Yeah.
And last night they did, the other guys were beating each other up and they were both down selling. So it was sort of like similar. Instead of them standing up eye to eye, they were down on the ground. Hey, Flex, it's called breakfast and body slams. We got to eat breakfast, right? I'm not eating on camera, but
yeah, that's right. Breakfast.
I don't want to watch people eat on camera, so I don't do it. But or I haven't at least in a while. I'm on that freaking diet, so I can't eat real stuff anyway.
All right, jumping over to the next match. It's Joey's girl. She's a Jersey girl, so she's a Joey's girl. Liv Morgan defended her SmackDown Women's Championship. Was it SmackDown or Raw? Yeah, SmackDown Championship against Ronda Rousey here. The ending kind of surprised me, but didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me that Rousey was gonna go over at all. It was just how they went into it. I know it was going for the submission, or no, she passed out. But it looked like from my vantage point from watching it is that it took too long to get into it, to set it all up. Joe,
I didn't like the way like the angle that Liv Morgan's face was at, her head at the end. Like she was pushed up against part of that table, and then Rousey had her on the other side.
Yeah.
And her head was all like contorted. That was brutal look. Just that angle and that camera shot was brutal looking.
Well, if you noticed, Rousey, it looked like she was holding a part of the table, up against her head too, as well
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. T.
It was a pretty good match. So, I mean, it was I think we all predicted Rousey winning.
Oh, hands down. Yeah, like I'm going forward saying, the whole thing with Rousey and Shayna is gonna definitely happen between the two.
At WrestleMania.
No, that would be nice.
Yeah. I'm all for Shayna. I'm a huge Shayna mark. I love her work.
Yeah.
This next match had me somewhat in like ouch mode. It was kind of ouch mode, especially when Drew like caught like cross across like the neck or like towards his face and his neck with the strap. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But Payback's a bitch, they did well a hell out. But I think this strap match was pretty much it was like unorthodox because they were just, to me it felt like they were just swinging just to swing. There was no real like scientific method to how to use the strap accordingly. I feel like I seen in other strap matches in the past. It was just like they were just beating each other then, and that was it.
Other matches they've like incorporated the strap into spots and stuff. Here they were just whipping each other.
Yeah, it's like I was not a fan of this. I'm like, hey, I'm cool. Like I like strap matches, but if it's done right, correctly. I would have been happy if it was a strap match and they had to do the whole touch four corners.
Yeah.
Like the whole classic like that. But it is what it is. They had their two of their bigger guys out here just, they have the extra meat on their bodies to beat the piss out of each other. And then Scarlett at the end with the pepper spray.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I kind of did see them pushing Karrion Kross in this, going over on Drew, because Drew been there for a minute. He had his time.
This is still pretty good though. Kross is so good, man.
Yeah, he's young. He's still young and fresh.
Took that stupid bondage gear off him, and they let him do his own thing now.
Grow his hair out too.
Even I think I liked him better with the shaved head, but he's just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much not much to really say here. This is, like I said, it was. I'm like, I understand they beat the piss out of it just like the opening match, but this was like, at least the opening match gave us some oomph to it. So, and going forward, up next we have for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair taking on Bayley for the championship. And with Bayley coming out with the way she looked with her style, it almost looked like Japanese style, like the way she had her hair done, her makeup, yes, the makeup and all that stuff. And hands down, I was thinking, okay, Bayley's definitely going over, but I was wrong. Here's one of the looks of for the end. She was doing the same thing, but Bayley was actually had the ladder in her. She was holding the ladder at the same time. So she dropped her on the ladder, and then she went up and got the championship. My thing is, what I was bitching about, as I mentioned in our group chat, is like I mentioned only one comment, and is this, and it was right before the ending. They were up there. Billy had her by the hair, pulled her hair, her long ponytail. She ate the ladder, fell down, and no sell. She got right the hell back up and went up after Bayley. Like, dude, seriously, really, you're killing me here. I seen guys take hits much less than that's less damaging and sell the shell like they died, like they got shot. Yeah, so I was not impressed with yes, Bianca is very athletic. But at the same time, sometimes you like it. You got to know when to sell, and that was one of those big hits that she took that she should have sold like crazy. But it is what it is, gentlemen. Cricket.
I don't
Cricket.
remember what I predicted for this either.
Yeah, I got crickets. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I wasn't a fan. I'm getting crickets from you. So
No, it
I
was
don't.
a good match. I enjoyed it.
it
I
it
don't
was athletic. They did put work in, but at the same time,
oh yeah.
certain things it was just like it wasn't doing it for me at all. I'm like
I enjoyed it.
I seen them do. I had seen them have hell of a better matches, and then what when Damage Control came in, she was having a hard time getting both of them up on her shoulders from the
Yeah.
corner. I'm like, yeah, that even that there was like, and like I was cringing at like, just give up already. I'm like, it's not gonna pan out. I'm like, all right, you might hit it, but it's not gonna mean anything because you're taking so freaking long. But there was one match that had me not on the edge of my seat, but it was at the end of it, and it was Mr. Rated R superstar himself, Edge, taking on. Well, I don't know. I don't even know if he wants to call himself Demon anymore, but the leader of Judgment Day, I guess now, unless they're all equals, Mr. Finn Balor in this match. We've seen Judgment Day come out during this match trying to interfere with Dominic, Rhea, and Priest. You know, they tried their best, and then we seen the run in from Ray. I thought we were going to see multiple run-ins, but we didn't get that final one until the very end. Gentlemen, what was your take on this match?
It was good until the finish. I can't stand fuck finishes and gimmick matches. It's already a gimmick match. You don't need anything else.
Take?
I enjoyed the finish
That
because
was terrible.
no,
Yep.
you have to make everything look good, and they did. It was fine. To me, it worked because now you're gonna have matches between Rhea and Beth. You know, somebody's gonna align Edge besides Mysterio. Uh, this could go all types of ways, so I enjoyed it.
You can see in
It
that picture right
it
there that Beth
it, it,
Phoenix. Sorry, go ahead.
it reminded me of a like a Attitude Era type of work. So
You can see in that picture right
battle.
there that Chio's got on the screen that Beth Phoenix is wearing Finn Balor's mask on her shoulder.
Mm.
He walked out with
That,
that bondage gear mask on, and people
that,
on Twitter were like, I don't think this is the kind of extreme WWE was thinking about.
Yeah, yeah. I like me personally. I like the ending. It's like Edge was gonna have that never give up, die hard attitude until it involved his wife, and then that there basically like yeah it. I think the ending there did it perfectly. Where like okay, he will swallow his pride and
Yeah, I get that part.
it,
I'm just like, it's already a gimmick match. You don't really need
but I like the
throw
part.
anything else
I
in.
did like the part where afterwards, where okay, all right, he gave up, he quit, this and that. But I did like the part at the end. They still laid her out regardless. So I'm like,
Yeah, of
all
course.
right, cool.
Yeah, well, that was I mean, that was obvious since they're heels. But I also think that I don't know, not necessarily that Beth sold it too long, but I felt like it could have been a little bit shorter because people seem to forget that Beth is also a wrestler. She's been hit with a lot harder than this.
Yeah, but with the concerto here like this, the way it was set up and done, uh, like maybe they could have had like the whole EMTs with the neck brace and all that stuff, like putting her on a gurney, taking her out, fucking Edge like crying by her side as they're rolling her up the aisleway, that kind of thing. I think you know I think that would have went over pretty good, but we're gonna keep it pushing because it is like I said, we're gonna run through this show here because our man T, his main event match was up next, and it was the pit match between Matt Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins. Did anyone notice Rollins' gear?
I mean, I knew he
No.
was wearing it, but I don't remember. I don't even
When
remember
he
what it looked
came
like.
out, the way it was
I know he
designed,
had that. He had that thing on. He had that top on.
the way it was designed when he came out very first like that, it was homage to RVD. It almost looked like the singlet. And when he came out, he put his hands up with the thumbs pointing to himself because they were in Philadelphia and stuff.
Yeah, I
So
didn't
yeah,
see it. I did like a lot. There was a lot of ECW references and mentions, obviously throughout the whole show. And I said a couple of weeks ago on Twitter, and I don't know if this is already something that they said on TV or whatever, but I said on Twitter that it would have been awesome if Paul Heyman somehow opened the show because they were in Philadelphia and it's called Extreme, and that's what happened. They opened it with a whole Heyman voiceover, and then they actually showed him, and he did the whole "Welcome to Extreme" blah 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 thing. And then what Corey Graves mentioned Swanson and Rittner, Michael Cole name dropped Sandman. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff.
oh yeah. Uh, like going back to that previous match when they were when they were name dropping people like Sandman and stuff like that. Uh, during to the previous match though with Balor and Edge, with everyone, like Ray coming in, he getting beat down, this and that. I was thinking we were gonna get like a quick surprise, like from an ECW arena original doing a
That would have
run.
been cool. That would have
Like
been cool. They
like
did they
because
did
I'm
the Dreamer Sandman kendo stick spot with Edge and Balor.
yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking when they referenced Sandman, I was thinking lights were gonna go out, and next thing you know, you're gonna hear enter the Sandman, and the Sandman actually comes out. So, but okay, we're losing track here. Yeah,
Yeah.
this match here was very I'm gonna say it was interesting for me seeing not having ropes in there usually because I'm so used to seeing ropes inside of a steel cage. We're hitting all these spots. I seen Riddle jump off the fence like he ran to the fence uh and springed himself off it from the opening, did the kick and stuff. I do like, however, I do dig that whole platform going around the top. I'm actually kind of wishing they would keep that for all the cage matches. That would be
Yeah,
great.
it would certainly be safer. But the difference is in this though, you can't win by escaping the cage. That's why they have that there, so you can still do spots up there. You're not going up there to try to climb over it, and there's
Yeah,
no door or whatever. The only thing that I mean, the thing that stuck out to me in this match is the fact that it's very obvious that Daniel Cormier is not a referee because they announced you can only win by tap out or not. Oh, that was another one of my tweets. You can only win by tap out or knockout. Tap out starts with a T, knockout starts with a K, so TK. So I said,
yeah.
holy shit, the White Rabbit is Tony Khan. But it was obvious that he's not a ref because you can only win by those two things. But there were spots where Cormier was counting down guys, like when Riddle was on the top
Yeah,
and Rollins was in the ring, and he was counting Riddle, counting them out 1, 2, 3, blah blah. For what? What happens when he gets a 10? Nothing.
yeah,
Can't do anything about it.
yeah. We just had a quick what's up from the guys at the 2300 Wrestling Podcast. Good morning,
The,
gentlemen.
the same thing
Uh,
when Rollins was up there and Cormier kept yelling, Rollins, you got to be in the ring, got to get in the ring, got to get in the ring. Why? You can't disqualify him.
Honestly, I was looking for something, some shenanigans, some extra shenanigans, besides the whole pushing and warning and don't touch me, I'm the ref and da da
Yeah,
da. I was actually hoping to see
he would
something a
throw some
little
fists.
extra. Yeah. I was looking forward to see something happen there.
I wanted to see like the Tyson Shawn Michaels thing, where like Tyson knocked out HBK or whatever. That
Yeah.
would have been kind of cool, something like that. But maybe people expected that, so they thought that would have been too obvious.
Hmm. All right, and your man who went over is Riddle. Like I
Whose man
said,
is that?
Seth Rollins has nothing to prove whatsoever. So it was more than welcoming for Riddle. Plus, with Riddle being from the, like, I'm not gonna say somewhat the era because he over at the Monster Factory trained and stuff, which is right over the bridge. So, and for the kicker of the night, which got a lot of fans and oohs and ahs, it's Joey Image's White Rabbit reveal.
It was in fact Tony Khan. I was very
Yeah,
surprised. Oh, that's not the
the
same guy.
the man has returned. Not the Fiend, as we see, as Bray Wyatt
Well,
himself.
we don't know yet. They showed the Fiend mask, and he had the
Well,
mask on.
well, he had a different mask.
But they showed the Fiend mask. They showed the mask sitting on the announce table.
Yeah,
They
that's
zoomed in
about
on it.
it. But he came
Right.
out with the
So
other
we don't.
mask and then showed them as himself. But the thing is, here's my mindset the way I'm thinking right now. I'm sorry, guys. Him with the door opening up with the whole going, it's like they're hitting the reverse switch. They're going backwards where they had the whole, he got the whole world in his hands song going on, that little bit. And then him coming out as the vintage Bray Wyatt with the lantern and blowing it out at the end before they go off the air. It's like they
That's a cool
want
way to
him.
close out.
It's like they want to go back to what made Bray Wyatt, where
Like the
people
Wyatt
actually,
family stuff.
yeah. It's like I was so, me personally, I was so more into that version of Bray
Me
than
too.
the Fiend. And
Yep.
I think creative sat back and took a real good look and see what worked and what didn't work. And I think a lot of, between the fans' reaction and they probably just looked and studied everything and said, you know what, he needs to go back. Or even maybe it was his idea. Maybe he preferred doing his own thing as, Bray Wyatt and not the Fiend. So that was my take on that. T. I know
Well, the Fiend,
I know you were excited.
the Fiend, I was. The Fiend is just a variation of Bray. Those are all characters that Bray has created.
Well,
Everything that he does with a purpose. You
well,
know,
that's what they were showing
he,
in the
he
crowd every time they showed a different character, but as like a life size and adult version. And then it was just like, okay, the lights went off on each one of them.
exactly. And now he introduced a whole new character with that mask. So basically, he's just evolving. That's what he does with Bray Wyatt. He evolves it.
Well,
Now you got
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that upside down moth at the end when they roll credits. You know, it's just evolved. The lamp is just part of the gimmick to keep it, as nostalgic. Like
It's it's
like
like Undertaker and the Urn. That's what the lamp is.
yeah, more of his hat, his you know, it could be the urn if you wanted, but Bray either had his little fedora, he took the fedora off, he had a butcher's apron, but that lamp was always there.
Yeah, it's what's one of the objects that signifies a certain person for a certain thing. Like it's like having Flair and his robes the way they are. You
Yeah,
know, Hogan, when you
and yellow.
see, yeah, red and yellow, it's Hogan. Everyone, you gotta always say it's Hogan, pretty much. Uh, but yeah, Monday night. I hopefully he comes out Monday night. With him there, and then potentially like Cody Rhodes returning later on, probably Rumble time and stuff like that. Just like all these shakeups and changes that are reinventing WWE right now since Vince stepping down. It's really eye opening with with everything happening on AEW right now behind the scenes. That's in-house drama that they're having.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you guys are starting to drop your balls, and WWE stepping back up, to prove why they always been number one. So we're gonna see how long this lasts and see if AEW can get their shit together and give uh WWE a run for their money once again, start bringing it back to where like the oohs and ahs, like holy shit, what's gonna happen next week? But yeah, as far as the opening and the ending, everything else in between, it it fit its purpose in between. Everything on the pay-per-view was, there was highs, there was lows, there's a lot of stuff fans probably loved. And one of the biggest things that the fans in Philadelphia loved is when they announced this, brother. Boom! WrestleMania 40 will be taking place in Philadelphia. Holy crap. All right, so how many people are going to mortgage their houses and stuff just to get tickets for this? Joe, you going? You going to try to go? It's a 2-day.
It depends on who's working in WWE at the time that can get me the tickets. Otherwise, no.
It's cheaper to sit home and just watch it.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I have. There used to be someone there that would email me every year. Their friends. I mean, their WWE employee. What do you call it? Like their ticket sales or whatever, because they still pay for tickets. Only the staff and people that are on the show don't pay for it, but anyone else, if they're not on the show, even if they work for WWE, they still pay. So they would send out a PDF, no, not a PDF. What do you call it? Excel spreadsheet every year of all the prices, and they were super discounted, but still up there. I used to get the email all the time, but unfortunately, my contact no longer works there. So, so I don't know. I mean, there's other people I know there, but I've been to one. I went to the one in Jersey in I think it was 2013, maybe it was.
Yeah.
So I'm good. That's good enough. I just wanted to go to one. I mean, I knew I was never going to be booked on one, so I had to get to one somehow. So I went to the one in Jersey, the most recent one, 2013. Not the most recent one actually, but you know what I mean. At MetLife, I think it was. Or was it still MetLife then, or was it?
It was MetLife both times.
Was MetLife already? So yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I
mean, it's much closer to you than it is to me.
What? Oh yeah, Philly definitely is. Yeah, I almost went to the pay-per-view last night. I was able to get tickets, but when I was looking at the prices of the tickets they had left, I'm like, okay, some of them wasn't too bad prices, but the seating, as high as they were, I'm like, nah, it's not worth sitting up that high, and then it's like you got to wear binoculars just to see and shit. So I was like, is it really worth it? And
what's the stadium called there?
What, the Lincoln Financial?
Is that what it is? Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, it's a pretty good stadium. It's a pretty decent size. You can actually, I was in there once. You can actually see pretty decent in there. So I think
it's not new, right? Or didn't they just like redo something or something? Didn't they do some kind of renovation?
It is. It's kind of well, it's kind of new, I guess.
The hell it
maybe
is.
It's just new owners.
Well, I
thought they did something to it.
For me, it's newer because I still remember the vet. That's why.
I thought they did like Jesus, I remember the Philadelphia Spectrum.
Oh yeah, that was my spot. I was spot there every month. All right, gentlemen. Hey, viewers, if you see down below, we had this going across the bottom there. It's for our friend Matt Turner. Over at the Stardom Cast. If you are
hold on, and just this real quick in the chat room. I don't think they're gonna do WrestleMania at the Wells Fargo Arena. They've been doing WrestleMania stadium shows for 200 years now.
Yeah, they ain't never going back to Arena WrestleMania.
You never know if it's a big arena, big enough. But
it's called a stadium.
Yeah, that's what they call a big arena.
All right. Going back to what I was saying before, our man Matt Turner on the Stardom Cast. If you are into Joshi style wrestling and over in Japan,
Joshi Image.
Yes, Joshi Image. That's right. I know that's pretty good. I like that. You want to check out the Stardom Cast? You can subscribe to them on Patreon. They even have their link tree at the Stardom Cast. They're on, you can like, share, follow, subscribe. They are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and not Instagram, but they are on Patreon, like I said. Check them out they actually come out every Friday morning. They put a new episode out. So if you did not catch this Friday's, that just passed, please do so. Our buddy Matt was supposed to send me a video for next week and stuff like that, but right now he's with his other buddy Matt, with Andy Header up at the New York Comic Con, and they're doing their thing up
I
there.
wish
I've
I
seen a
was
lot.
there.
I've seen a lot of pictures.
I
Another
went.
guy.
I went a bunch of years with those guys. A couple years in a row, I went with them, and we always have a blast there.
Another guy who has no problem featuring Matt Turner. You see on his T-shirt, that's Matt Turner right there of the Team Blue, from the Team Blue and Gold with Andy Header. There's our man Peter DeLong with Wrestling Shorts, as he gives the wrestling world updates of what's going on in the Northeast of events coming up. Later on in the program here, towards the end, I have a video that I will post that Pete sent me. He will advertise some today's shows and as well as shows for next week as well. So look forward to just stick around if you're watching right now to see what events between today and next weekend. So, and just a couple more shout outs. Our friends over at the Red Rose Sports Cards over in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You can get a whole wide range of different cards. They even have Pokemon cards there, League of Legends and stuff like that. Pretty good sports collection they have. They have a couple rooms full of different stuff you can search through, or they have stuff in the cases and stuff that you might want to get. They buy, sell, and trade. That's right. You can check them out online. RedRoseSportsCards.com, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And then if you're in West Reading, you got toys, games, nostalgia, and fun with Symbiote Collectibles over in West Reading on Penn Avenue. Wide range of vintage stuff. Nothing new. So that's right. You're not going to get no PS5 games or anything like that. Sorry, Joe, I did not get a hold of you about the PS5 you had sitting.
Oh, I forgot all about it. Yeah, it's right behind me now. That box right there it is. There's actually a PS5 in the bottom and a Nintendo Wii U in the top box that I gotta get set up.
All righty. And for that being said, we're gonna jump into whatever other news that we have going on around the wrestling world. I'm just gonna put this one out there real quick while maybe the other two are getting situated. I was reading up, and it was already in. He did an interview already that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, pretty much says the run to be president, Dwayne Johnson. It might sound good, it sounds cool, but it's not going to happen. You know, like it's pretty much not in the cards. It wasn't in the 4C feature. He joked about it and all, whether it be on SNL and stuff like that with Tom Hanks, which that was a big thing. I loved it. I think that would have been a great run. The Rock and Tom Hanks, or Rock and Austin. That was another funny one put out. But I'm gonna say never, because we laughed about having that orange goof in office for 4 years, and look what happened. He actually was in office, and it is, we can't change it now. It's what happened. So, but so like I said, he says it's not in the cards, but like I said, never say never. Gentlemen, what else do we have in the news there? I know my man Joe was searching.
No, you just being too stiff. That's what it is. You just being too stiff, Gio. I don't know about this. Sort of like what's in the news now. People are being too stiff. They don't want to work and start bitching because they're too stiff. But John Cena took the hits. He said he wasn't too stiff. We're talking about Andrade and Sammy.
Yes. That's what Sammy said. Sammy said he works too stiff, and Andrade said, "It's wrestling. Get over it."
Yeah, apparently they had a couple things going back and forth on Twitter.
I want to book Sammy versus Sheamus now. I want to see Sammy versus fucking Walter. See how that goes.
There's a difference between being stiff and just working really tight.
No, but
Yeah,
also the shit is that the boys swung on Andrade backstage, and they sent Andrade home. And this dude main evented the night.
Yep.
I'm, I'm like, hold up. And then same thing with Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston swung on the dude. Nothing really happened to Sammy except like a 2 week suspension or some shit. But he was back on TV before Eddie.
That's
and
because Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing. Like you said, I'd like to book Sammy against this guy. This guy, smart booking would be you take those two guys and you put them in the ring because real heat, draws ratings, draws money. But
yeah,
Tony
and
Khan sends guys home instead because he doesn't know what he's doing.
well, in reality, if if this was the case of Sammy swinging first, Sammy would have been sent home if anything
Mm,
first.
No,
Well, the rumor was that they both were sent home, but that's what the dirt sheet said. But then Sammy showed up on television that night, main event
Yeah,
in the paper, the not the pay per view, the Dynamite.
the
yeah.
Dynamite anniversary.
What the hell do these dirt sheets know? They don't know shit.
I think it was a shitty venue to be in for the anniversary. Also, they did an anniversary show and they booked like a 6,000 seat arena or 7,000 seat, whatever it was.
Why? It's so small.
That's what I mean. Oh my God, sorry about the dog. He's looking
No,
out the window and yelling at cars.
of course. I yell at cars all the time. I look out my window at work and I yell at cars just the way they park. Go ahead, buddy. Do your thing.
He is.
Joe, what do you got going on? I kind of see
I
something.
want to book. I want to book. I want to bring up one. Hold on. You go ahead without me. I'll be right back. I got to see what the hell he's chewing on out there.
Two, you want to enlighten us up on anything else you might have seen or no?
I'm trying to think if there's anything.
Well, I know Lana CJ Perry is
Yeah,
she just cast it in a new season of Surreal Life. I never really
I don't
got to
watch that.
watch Surreal Life, yeah, because it's on VH1. Uh, and it's been on there for like about 16 years or so.
Mm,
It's where like 8 celebrities will live together. It's almost like Big Brother, I guess, or whatever.
Oh my God.
Also to appear on this season with Lana or CJ Perry will be stars such as August Alsina, Dennis Rodman. Ooh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
What show are you talking about?
Uh,
surreal art.
Surreal Life. Yeah,
They're
they
doing that
have a
show
couple.
again?
Yeah, it's like,
Oh my God.
dude, it's like Big Brother and stuff like that. It's supposed to premiere October 24th on VH1 at 9 p.m. But like I said, these reality shows are starting to become a dime a dozen. It's like anyone pretty much like if they don't have a game plan to fall back on to make money or whatever, they pretty much pick whatever. Whether you're going to be on something as far as what's it called, the undercover singer or whatever, they're dressed up as
The Masked Singer.
character. Yeah,
Nah,
the mass
man.
The
singer.
Masked Singer.
Yeah, buddy,
I'll
what are
be
you doing?
I'll be watching other stuff once. I'm not watching wrestling like documentaries and shit.
Buddy.
Uh, I
That's our
watched the
Buddy, like
Dahmer
on TV.
series. That was fun.
that's our producer right there. That's our backstage producer for the show.
All right, there we go. Okay, so
Yeah, you got this,
I'm
Joe.
just gonna
You're up.
leave him in the background.
That's
It's
fine.
all right.
I don't care.
So I was gonna say before this guy, my wife bought like some new makeup yesterday and left on the kitchen table, and he just jumped up there and grabbed it and was chewing on it. I wanted to bring up a close friend of mine actually, who was released by WWE this week that I just heard about this morning. Nigel McGuinness. He was there since 2016. He was doing commentary. He did NXT stuff for a while. He did NXT UK. Did some pay per views. Really good dude. Helped me out personally a lot. Um, Sent me a he recorded a video clip that was featured on my Final Five DVD when I retired. Just a really good dude, and I'm assuming this was unexpected because him and I spoke like a week ago, and said, "Hope everything's good and hope work is treating you well." And he said, "Yes, man, a lot to be grateful for." And then this happened a few days later. So I hope he's doing all right, and very sorry to hear that.
Would that be a nice foreign gentleman that you're talking about?
Nigel McGuinness?
Yeah.
You do you not know who
That
Nigel
that's
McGuinness is?
No.
I
I know. I didn't hear the name you mentioned in the
Oh
beginning.
yeah, I said Nigel. I see. Yeah, I said his
Okay,
name.
my bad. My bad. Like
I was like,
I,
do you not
for
know
a
who that
second,
is?
I no, I thought you were just hitting around as you were
No, no,
talking,
no.
and I didn't catch the name in the beginning because I was looking at other news
It was
here.
re-
And
it was reported on like WrestlingNews.co and I think Wrestling Inc. Maybe maybe that's one of them.
yeah, I seen that too. I
Uh,
was just double checking.
what else? What other news is there? Rumors that Renee Paquette or Renee Young is going to AEW. That's been rumored since Moxley showed up.
Well, that's been a while though. She's been
Yeah,
running, but
since Moxley showed up.
she's been doing her own podcast though, having everybody under the sun on her show. Great show though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If no one has not dropped in to catch some of the episodes, please do so. It's like really good listen.
Sasha Banks switched her Twitter handle to her real name, so it's no longer WWE Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that
It's
don't mean nothing.
Mercedes Verano. No, on both handles,
Yeah, that don't mean nothing.
if you say so.
Yeah, I mean, people done that and still work for WWE. A ton. That's there's a lot of that. It's always
Um,
weird to me.
well, there's some people who still keep uh the WWE within their name though, because just saying pretty much that they've been there, done that, and it is what it is. So
Fucking
uh,
yelling at the dog.
yeah.
And then one last news thing before I plug an event coming up. Next Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday, but in a week, is the premiere of the Vince McMahon documentary series on, is it on Vice TV?
Oh, I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
remember what network it was on. Huh?
I did not know that they were doing a documentary on him.
Oh, yeah. This has been document. Well, I'm not talking about documentary. This is it's a documentary, but it's not the big one. The big documentary
Uh
they've been talking about is Netflix. That's been around the news
ah
for a long time. This one's on Vice TV. So it shows up the well now I don't remember what the date is.
I
The 18th, Tuesday the 18th
yeah
of
I
October on Vice TV, right before the Tales from Territory show.
yeah, I know the one documentary that's being filmed that I'm waiting to come out. It's pretty much a movie. It's about with about Fritz von Erich and the Von Erich family, and like all the tragedies and stuff like that. It's actually being made into a movie. So
Yeah,
that's I'm actually, and I seen the actor who's playing it, and like to the T, I think he fits the part. I can't remember the guy's name, but he looks really good for the part to play Fritz though. But yeah, I can't wait for that.
and then
Uh
one last new news, motherfucker. One last note from me is this event right here. We talked about this last week from Standalone Wrestling. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Standalone Wrestling presents the Contest of Champions. This is December 3rd, Toms River, New Jersey, South Jersey, down by the shore. What are you doing, buddy? Huh?
He's trying to find his way down by the shore.
At the RWJ Barnabas Health Arena, 1245 Old Freeway Road, Toms River, blah, 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 blah. You can see all that. Go to foundationwrestling.com. I'm sorry, foundationwrestling.eventbrite.com for tickets. There's 3 events going on that day. There is a private training seminar, 1 to I think 3 o'clock, something like that, for not open to the public, obviously. Then there's a fan fest event, starts at 4 p.m. And then there's a wrestling show at, I believe it's 7:30, 8 p.m., something like that. So just to run off some names real quick, you can see who's going to be there: Dreamer, Lawler, Cordona, you mentioned earlier. Maybe weren't on the air yet, but Sting, Frankie Edgar, Sergeant Slaughter, Brian Myers, Nick Aldis, a ton of people. This plus more. It's It's going to be awesome. Check it out. I'll be there representing NFW, and there's actually a list somewhere, a graphic I saw. I don't know where I found it, and I didn't save it, but that list of like every promotion that's going to be there. I know there's going to be representatives there from GCW, from JCW, from LA Fights, which are all the same company. So I'm not sure if they're going to have 3 separate tables with different representatives at each one, or just like the main table representing all 3 of them, but they're all run by the same crew. So those 3 are going to be there. Again, I'll be there with NFW. I know Brute Van Slyke will be there. There's going to be a couple of New York companies there. There's couple other Pennsylvania companies going to be there. It should be a really good event and a really fun day overall. At this point, I believe there's about 90 or 95 talents that are coming that are already confirmed and paid just for the seminar alone. And, of course, a bunch of those guys will probably be on the show that night. I don't know what's going on as far as matches, but you can see the list of stars right there. Sting, front and center right there. You can see a list of those guys that are going to be there. So definitely come down and check it out. And, again, foundationofwrestling.eventbrite.com.
All righty. All right. I mentioned earlier that we had our buddy Mr. Peter DeLong sent us a video of what's going on like today as well as next weekend. So we're going to get right to that, and we'll be back after this about 3.5 minute clip.
What's up, wrestling fans? Peter DeLong right back with you with another episode of Weekly Wrestling Reviews, where we talk about the people, places, and promotions within the professional wrestling universe that I believe are worthy of your attention. And as it is spooky season, I'm not the only one getting into the holiday spirit, as you can see by many of the promotions that we're going to be talking about. So let's dive right in for the weekend of October 15th. Now, before we get started, let me remind you to take advantage of all the action going on this weekend, such as the GCW-JCW Conjunction Triple Shot at the Showboat in Atlantic City. You can stream that footage on Fight TV and GCW's YouTube page, and watch top quality matches such as a first-time encounter between Jonathan Gresham and Alec Price, a 2-night war featuring the Blitzkrieg Pro locker room up against the Limitless Wrestling locker room, featuring an unreasonable amount of dream matches. And, of course, Sunday at 7 o'clock, the Ruler of the Ring takes place at the Sanctuary Stunt Studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. You can check out that action on their YouTube page. And make sure to check out the volatile rematch from the last Smashmaster show between Philly Mike Swanson and the Egyptian torture expert Prince Ahmed. Now let's dive into this upcoming weekend, folks, starting off with Saturday, October 15th. Team JD and DMAC Promotions presents Wrestling Con. Go to IamWithDavis.com for ticket information at the Bulldog Sports Complex. An incredible lineup for you guys, featuring a first-time matchup between Brock Anderson with his father Arn Anderson in his corner, going up against TJ Epics with HC Loke backing him up. The Zembo Shrine in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania will be host to a Night to Remember 2, featuring this matchup, the Neon Ninja Facade going up against AEW superstar QT Marshall. NEW is back at the NEW Arena in Bethany, Connecticut to present the Show with No Name. Plenty of incredible action on that show, highlighted what could possibly be the show stealer as the Sauce God Jordan Oliver goes one-on-one against KC Navarro for the NEW Live title. Also on October 15th, swing over to Seven Valleys, Pennsylvania, as SWO presents Who Ya Gonna Brawl. Make sure to keep your eyes on the SWO Uprising Championship as Benny Slater looks to dethrone the current champion, A.K. Willis. Then on Sunday, October 16th, swing over to Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, as Invictus Pro Wrestling presents United We Fight 2. The Women's Championship is on the line as current champion Edith Surreal looks to defend against the newest challenger, JC Storm. And if you'll be finding yourself in Pennsylvania Sunday, October 16th, look no further than the Circle Drive-In in Dixon City, Pennsylvania, as Smashmaster Wrestling teams up with Nipa Horror Fest to present Smash Monster Wrestling. The highlight of that show, in my opinion, is going to be a matchup between two incredibly quick rising stars. as Jay Bougie takes on James Gray. Whether you're looking to stream the action from home or check it out live, I hope you're able to find what you're looking for, folks. I'm Peter DeLong. Now get out there and enjoy some wrestling.
It's QT Marshall, not Marshall.
There we go. Our buddy Pete, Mr. Gladbad, as I formerly known him as. Great guy. He's out there doing his thing. He's lending his voice to all sorts of stuff, such as what you just seen. Plug in all the companies out there up there in the Northeast, as well as lend his voice to voiceover work for commentary and stuff. So reach out to Pete if you're a promoter out there looking for some fresh voice to help hype your product up. So, gentlemen, today I'll be heading out to the Super Crazy Arena in South Jersey as SWA Shadow Wrestling Alliance will be there with a 7:00 bell time. So I'll be at the Super Crazy Arena tonight. They have a whole host of talent. Some I never got to meet before because a lot of them are based out of the New York area. So they're coming down to the South Jersey towards like 5 minutes over to Walt Whitman from Philadelphia. So, and then there's a bunch of talent that I have worked with in the past on the card. But yeah, check them out. They're Shadow Wrestling Alliance on Facebook. And come on down if you're in the area and you have nothing else to do. Joe, didn't you have NFW?
Yes, October 23rd. Ridgefield Park. Sunday, October 23rd. It's an early show. I think doors are 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I think showtime at bell time, I believe, is 3. There you go. There's all the info right there. NFW. The show after that, which I mentioned last week, November 11th, postponed until December 9th, which is a Friday. So I'll have more info on that coming up. But as for NFW, I will be at October 10th. October 10th. I'll be at October 23rd. October 10th is like tomorrow, so I'm not going to be at any of the shows tomorrow. But October 23rd, as you just showed the graphic, in Richmond Park, the Knights of Columbus / the Phil Sheridan Building, and then again representing NFW in the event I talked about earlier, December 3rd in Toms River, and then I will have more. I'll have more NFW info in the upcoming weeks. But again, the November 7th show was postponed, pushed back to December 9th. November 11th, sorry. It was a Friday, so now it's pushed back to Friday, December 9th. So ignore everything I said about November 11th the last 2 weeks.
All righty. And right before that 23rd show of NFW, the night before, I will be at Ridgefield Park myself for Pro Wrestling Magic, as they will be streaming. They will be streaming live on IWTV, and hopefully that Sunday morning, since I'll be crashing with Buddy over there at Joe's place, that Sunday morning we'll be doing breakfast and BodySlams from Joe's house, I guess.
Yep. We can do that. I got to set up another mic, and I mean, it's a wide angle camera, so we can both fit in the.
That's
we
fine.
both be on screen. I just got to set up a second mic, but we'll be good.
That's fine. I
got a wireless I can use too.
We'll finagle it. We'll make it work. And that's going to be pretty much a triple shot weekend for me, because that Friday my party's going to kick off with 3 Legacies Wrestling in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at the Brightside Opportunities Center, October 21st. And that starts at 7 p.m. with doors open at 6 p.m. First and second row are $20. General admission is $15. It's known as the Blueprint Chapter 1. As you see, a lot of the great talent that's going to be there. General Kiesel, the main event, Ricardo Rodriguez, Delirious, Victor Benjamin, Beastman, Ace Dallas, Samuel Adams, Prince Piranha, and Brian. I'm sorry, I had his name written down here. This gentleman in the bottom corner, right caddy corner, right underneath Prince Piranha. He's new to me.
He looks just like Sam Adams.
I don't know. Sam Adams is right above.
No, I know,
Prince.
but I'm saying the other guy looks like.
Yeah,
Sam
at
Adams.
first I thought it was. I thought they put a double image. He's new to me.
Double image.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm getting down to single image with this diet plan.
I feel crazy right now because I have his like I said, I have his name written down. I just don't have it in front of me at the moment though. But yeah, you can get your tickets. They're on sale. They're accepting Cash App, Venmo. You can get, if you're in Lancaster, I did mention Red Rose. So right there, that is one of their ticket outlets you can get the tickets from, and check them out on Facebook at Three Legacies Wrestling. They're also on Instagram and Twitter as well. So you can reach out to them. Soon enough, the official website, the .com, will be out eventually. They're taking their time building it because they want it to be absolutely perfect. So when they do, and what else do we have going on here? Oh yeah, and if you are looking to become a professional wrestling, Three Legacies Wrestling does have a pro wrestling school, which is in the same plaza that Red Rose is in. It's just a couple doors over, and you come in. You can learn the lucha libre style of wrestling as well. So just hit up Jesus Ricardo Rodriguez or Three Legacies Wrestling, whichever link you want to, and stop on by and come in for a tryout. You know,
I need to know when you're going to be there, like on a Saturday, so I can get up early and cruise over there and go with you and check it out.
you want to cruise all the way down on a Saturday?
Yeah, that's Saturdays when I have the most amount. Saturday and Sundays when I have the most amount of free time with my day job now. So
Hey, are you?
I do want to come and hang out.
I was gonna say, are you coming down for the 21st show?
Probably not.
I was gonna say, if you come for the 21st show, you crash down this way or whatever, then we'd ride back up to do well, we'll have two separate cars then. Shit. Say,
Yeah, but I'm probably not going to make it for that show because it's a Friday and
it's a work day.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a 3-hour drive to Lancaster, so I wouldn't even get there. And by the time I got home and ate dinner and got dressed and changed and situated and then go, I wouldn't even be there till late anyway. So,
gotcha.
but one of these days, even if there's not a show, I'd love to come up on Saturday and just check out their training center.
Yeah, they're about to do some renovations. They actually bought the building. Well, not bought, but they bought the unit next door, and they're going to tear down the wall and stuff like that. It's a lot of good stuff. They're even they're going to have I believe a media room too that's already there that they're going to like do promos and stuff in and stuff like that. We're going to have
to start doing podcasts from that studio.
Well, yeah, that's what he mentioned to me. I can probably start doing the podcast and stuff like that.
I have to drive.
Yeah, I might today while I'm at SWA. I actually might. Depends on what I take with me. I might do a pop up show over there while
I'll
I'm
at the movies tonight.
Yeah, so there you go. You can pop up at the movies then on screen, and people can tell you shut the hell up.
I'm going to see Scream 2 tonight.
Oh man, there's a lot of great horror movies coming out.
That movie came out 25 years ago.
The
25-year anniversary of Scream 2.
The Halloween Ends is coming out. Not only in theaters, it's going to be on Peacock.
But it's not streaming until the 14th. I got tickets for the 13th.
Ooh, boo!
It comes out Friday, but
special.
Theater by Me is doing two. What do you call them? Two early showings.
Yeah.
Thursday night. So I'm going Thursday night. Tonight is Scream 2, the 25th anniversary, and then the Halloween movie I'm seeing Thursday, and then I can't wait, man.
Hulu has a remake of Hellraiser that came out.
I want to see that. I have that on.
I want to check that out too. I haven't heard anything about it yet, just that it came out. I want to see it.
So then we're gonna have to do a review on Hellraiser. We all got to plan to watch it. Just give our quick review on next week's show. We try to watch it sometime this week before next week's show.
Next week, I ain't gonna have time by then to watch it.
Prey was a good movie. The Predator prequel, that was a good movie.
Yes, it was.
I didn't watch that yet.
It was a good movie.
And so the Dahmer series, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I still got a couple left. I'm only on episode 4, I think, something like that.
The dude is
but it's
phenomenal.
good so far.
I
The guy that plays him, Evan Peters, is phenomenal.
I have a whole list of stuff on my playlist that to watch from different platforms of different things. So, but I'll try to get through it the best that I can. But gentlemen, this is gonna wrap up this weekend's episode of the BodySlams podcast. I want to thank each of you for waking
Happy
up.
birthday to Steven Richards, by the way. Sorry, I forgot.
Is it? I did not see that in my.
Yeah,
Happy birthday!
It did not pop up. Okay.
Where?
All
I don't
right.
know. I just know him, so I know his birthday. I don't know where.
You're being too stiff, Dave.
Where you want to pop up?
Yeah. So everyone, thank you for tuning in for this week's. If you want to get some of our merchandise, whether it be the shirts or mugs or whatever else, we're gonna definitely. Joey, do you have any more new images that we're gonna try to put out? You know,
talking about ProWrestlingTees.com/Joey Image.
No,
Joey,
Joey, you're being too stiff.
But we need we need a Joey Image Body Slam shirt though, so that way we can put it on the website. You know what? I'll try to come up with something and see if you like it. Yeah. And we'll get a
Chill, you're being too stiff.
Yeah. Okay, Sammy. All right. But everyone, thank you for tuning in for this week's episode. I'm Chio. That's T looking all blockheaded with his background. And our man Joey with Buddy, the producer. He's down there somewhere.
Asleep. Now he's asleep.
Thank you for tuning in.
Camera cable doesn't reach far enough for me to show him to you, but he's asleep.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Please tune in next week again at 10 a.m. so we can set T's alarm so he can climb out of bed to jump back in here to this broadcast.
Hey, I've been waking up early. The past couple of days, I told you my dog was sick 2 weeks ago, and I was doing errands last week. I was up in Adams early in the studio.
All right.
Being stiff already.
Yeah, like I said, go to BodySlamsPodcast.com, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button to find out when we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Well, we're not streaming on Instagram, but hopefully soon, maybe.
And coming soon, OnlyFans.
I do have an OnlyFans page, but I haven't put anything on it. It's just there. So I'm going to put some wrestling stuff on it though. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all next week at 10 a.m. here on the BodySlams podcast. Peace out.